Hello everyone, Stefan here. Welcome to the stream. We tonight we're going to finish the xenomorph that we started on Wednesday. So I don't think it's gonna take much longer at this point. We're in pretty good shape, I think. It was good, I think, to just stop this guy last time and give it a bit of a time to rest, because I wanted to make sure that when I get back into it, I still feel okay about proportions and the pose and everything. And so far, so good, I think. The only thing that looking at it just right now is the legs. I think they might feel a little short compared to the body. So I think I'm gonna beef up the legs just a little bit. But that's gonna be probably the last change in terms of proportions, and then it's gonna be just finishing the rendering and we'll be done. So I hope everyone's doing good. This is kind of a special stream because this is my first stream as an affiliate. I got the affiliate a couple of days ago, and now I'm gonna be able to stream as an affiliate. So it gives you a few interesting things. I'm gonna have the opportunity to do premieres and reruns, so that's cool. Gives you also some the ability to receive bits and also subscriptions, and I'm gonna make I think I'm gonna have three emotes that I can make for the three subscription tier. Sorry, so there's gonna be 3 tiers. I think they're like $5, 10 and 25, I think, something like this. And then there's they give you, as an affiliate, they give you one emote per tier. So so 3 of them. So I haven't I've started doing something, but I'm not sure what if it's gonna be that. I'm still kind of thinking about it. So let's get back into it right now. I'm just gonna try on this thing that I was mentioning about the legs. Feel maybe just a bit just a bit short. Feel like they're a bit under scale, like the scale is a bit messed up. So I'm gonna try. Like all of this is good, I think, for the most part. But and maybe still not sure if the head maybe is a little too thick. I may just remove 1 pixel for the head, 1 row of pixels. We'll see that. But let's do the legs first, because this is going to affect everything, and probably the way we perceive the head anyway. So okay, so that's the guy. We'll just copy this layer, so just to keep to keep a version, because I'm not sure it's gonna work, but I think it requires a little bit of something. Not much, maybe a pixel or 2. I don't think we need to go crazy there. I wonder if I should go just a bit thicker on the thigh. Let's see. And then we'll go maybe one more pixel there. I don't know actually. Maybe a little wider. Just a bit bigger overall. I think that might be it. Doesn't have to go crazy. Maybe something like that. Don't want to go too extreme either. Let's try that. Yeah, we need to do something similar there. So just a bit wider there, like this, and we'll do a bit stronger feet. Like this arc, so I don't want to fill that up too much. Maybe that's enough. So let's see now compared to the previous version. Yeah, I think this is better. You see how kind of too small they feel there compared to this. Doesn't seem in scale. I think this feels better for him. Yeah, I like this better. I think we're gonna commit to this. We'll keep that. So that wasn't too bad. Wasn't too difficult. Glad about that. Yeah, I think that's all right. So we got that, and now the head. I'm just gonna try one less. Just a bit less, not as thick. Yeah, I think this is more. This is better. Feels more balanced now. So I'll keep this. Pretty sure that's the right way. So now I need to make sure that this layer that I had for the black doesn't doesn't go outside. So I can select this and then simply invert the selection and delete whatever is too much, whatever is left. And then here, same thing, select this, invert, and remove what should be removed here. I don't see it because it's on white anyway. Okay, this is all Good, good. Oh, there's a mistake there. Okay. Let's see. Let's see when I let's compare when I open up the file to now, before, after. See, I think it's more balanced now. The seams seemed a little big and too small, too much mass there, not enough over here. Now this is more balanced. Yes, that's good. And then maybe the tail could be, I mean, the tail is pretty thin actually, doesn't well, I mean, if you compare, really depends on if you compare actually the tail to legs, let's say to the shins, it's actually pretty thick. So it's actually pretty, yeah, it's not that small. So I think my tail there is a little too thin compared to the legs. I'm gonna see if we need to thicken that a little bit. So I'll just copy the tail over. Let me name stuff a little bit. So that's the tail. It's body. The reason why I keep them separate still is because on something like this I like to have them separate, because if I paint on the arm that overlaps, it's easier to do, because I can keep preserve transparency. And then let's say that if I wanted to paint something with different color or whatnot, I can do that, and I don't have to select the tail or do anything. It'll be always clean. So body, and that's all the rendering for the sort of a glass clear shell that he has above the skull. So those three, I'm not gonna name those for now, because eventually I'm just going to flatten that out anyway. So body, tail, let's do a copy of the tail. To copy a layer with its entire content, it's Control J or Command J on the Mac. So tail creates another one on top with everything in it, and it's they're the same, and it's it adds a copy suffix. So now see if we can it's just a bit stronger. Trying to keep clean, as clean as possible, the row of the curve. So let's say maybe more here. May have to go just a bit longer as well. I really want that tail to be a statement, like a good size. It's part of what makes it the look of the character or that creature. The tail is really important. It uses it all the time to as a weapon. Strikes people with it in pretty much all the films, I think. A little pragmatic here. Need to find the best. Oops. It's not super clean. Let's get rid of all the little things for now. Easier to understand the curve. This is where software like Sprite is good, because they have this pixel perfect, I think they call that, mode, where the software will try to get the best the most perfect curve in pixel. I have to change the curve a little bit if I want to make sure that it's nice. And there's no reason not to do it, because I can't really do anything I want for the tail. Doesn't have to follow a particular, as long as it looks nice. So might as well get it as clean as possible. This is what makes it sort of elegant as well. When you can have something really, this whole creature actually, I think that's what is really interesting about it. Is it's both very scary, but it has a certain aesthetics to it. It's not just gross, you know. I think a lot of creatures, when you think of it, are essentially the way they designers and artists tend to make creatures that are scary. They make them very gross and disgusting looking. But that's not the approach that I think. I mean, it is disturbing. The xenomorph is disturbing visually, but it's not completely devoid of a certain aesthetics and taste. It's a bit like comparing like a snake. A snake can be definitely a bit scary, but it's not ugly. At least I don't find them ugly. I found them quite aesthetic. As opposed to some big hairy spiders, for instance, that are just a plain ugly to me and scary. We see a lot of creatures and monsters. They're really just full of like hair and tentacles and fangs and all sorts of things that are just there to to give you sort of a very visceral reaction to it. But I think they end up looking sometimes not as interesting as this one. Definitely, this one really I think it's really fascinating. It's there's a certain and I think that's what makes creatures like scary creatures even better, when there's a certain visual appeal to them, because then it's almost like there's this the sense of fascination. You're a bit fascinated by them, and at the same time you're also scared. So I think that's what I like about this one. Can't find a really nice. It says here, I may have to really change this a bit. I don't mind at this point playing with it for a little while, because I'm getting close to the end anyway, so might as well make sure we get the tail really nice. Yeah, I think it's gonna be better if it arcs back really high and then kind of falls down, more like a whip. Let's keep doing this. I'd like to have this perfect, generally the best is to go 1 1 1 1 and then 2 2 2 and then 3 3, and so you try to get, and then back to 2 pixels and then 1 in the end. That's how you get the most the cleanest curve. So we'll try to apply this there, and you see it right away how much cleaner that feels. I don't really mind the fact that it goes from thick to thin to a bit thicker. It's more dynamic, but it's not really accurate though, because the tail is very even. It doesn't change in girth. It's always the same, very consistent. This is nice though. So you see the top kind of and then the bottom there. This is something we could potentially try and convey, but I need to be a bit more consistent in girth. That's not bad. We can it seems that's as good as it's gonna get, I think. Let's see. This was a very weak compare to that. I think this is much better than that. So let's commit to this now. gonna flip this guy for a second. Always double checking that things are okay. You know, mirroring is always. Sometimes I even mirror the vertically because then it becomes something very abstract, and then you can sort of get a glance the whole balance of things and shape. And for instance, also values. You'll see if something is much brighter than something else, because then your brain doesn't really register this as anything, or it's becoming something almost abstract. And that's good, because then you can see values for what they are, or shapes. They're at that point, it's all becoming a very clear sort of vision on the basic foundations of value and shape and all that stuff. So but I don't do that very often. So I think that's all right now. So so we were there when I started about what, 30 minutes ago. So it's too small there, a bit unbalanced. Tail was a little too thin. Legs, they felt a little too small. Head a bit big, so it felt like those legs couldn't really support the body. So I rebalanced everything a little bit. Bigger legs supporting that body, more in line with the body, and a more interesting tail, cleaner curve, and a bit stronger as well. Yeah, okay, so I think this is all right. Now let's see, gonna add another layer. I want to keep the tail very clean, and I'm gonna try and add the little spikes there. There's two rows of them actually, but might be tricky to get that. We'll see. Maybe we need to be a little simpler and take a lighter color. See what I can do. It's going to affect, fortunately, how clean the tail looks. It'll be a bit more messy, but there's unfortunately that's going to be you know, that's a byproduct of adding the spikes. So there's not much no real way around it, I think. So maybe this. I think we don't necessarily have to go outside and break the outline all the time, because the tail could be curving and sort of twisting, so then you see more the side there, and then it could sort of twist it this way, so then starting there it could be the top, so then we'd see the rows of spikes from the top. Can try see if we manage to convey this. I have to go a little lighter for those spikes probably, but for now just trying to get basic placement. One more here, and then we'll start to go maybe use a bit of transparency there, so it looks like this one is a little less long than that. So then, because now we're gonna see it from the top. Maybe, let's see, this could be there. Tricky to keep the spacing as much as possible. Something like that. And then we could go twist it the other way. Let's see, so something like that. This seems too long. I have to fix this. I want to try and avoid for it to become super messy, but it's not very easy. It tends to destroy a little bit how see how clean this looks. It's a bit more chaotic now, but I guess there's really no way around it. We would just have to accept that, and that's fine. It's not too terrible. So maybe like this. Still fairly clean. I think those look a little bit big because the tail at this point is a little gets thinner at the end, so I have to go a little less contrasted there. Let's see, maybe I mean, you know, it's can't really be perfect, unfortunately. It's just what it is, you know. Wish I could do it really absolutely perfectly clean, but I think it might be a little weird to lose them around there. So maybe I may have to keep. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep them all the way. around. Okay, so that's this. So seems about right now. Here to there. Yeah, I think it's all right. I'm going to probably flatten that out now with the tail. Let's see, maybe here. Okay, combined to the tail. So now we have a tail and then body. Oh, body, there's a bit something there. Okay, so that's it. Now I think most of it is there, or pretty much done with the main bulk of the work, and now it's gonna be a final touch, trying to really get that rendering if possible. I don't want to over render things because the more you render, usually at least if you have like lots of colors and lots of values and lots of gradients, smooth, things tend to look softer, and I don't want the the character to look kind of soft and mushy. It needs to keep this edge, this very stark look. So I want to make sure that I don't over render, because some characters like her, there's a bit more rendering. She's softer, but on a guy like this, you want to keep I think the emphasis on the silhouette and all the interesting outline, rather than over render everything inside. Also, so there's the question of the color, because I think when you think of the alien, I think for most people, you think of more or less of a black creature, kind of a slimy black. But I think if you look at, let me see, if you look at Giger's art, I think he was envisioning something a bit more like metallic, or with a little bit of like warm gray. This is definitely not a black creature. You see, this is more black, especially on this. But if you look at arms and stuff, the way he renders it makes it look like it's more of a medium warm gray something. Same thing here. So I think it's a and then if we look at toys, they're a bit all over the place. This guy seems like he's black, but very very shiny. He's a bit more matte, a little less shiny. He's very dark too. This guy is completely different. Actually, this one looks a bit closer to what he did in the concept. See, it's this is closer to the concept. So I don't know. I mean, I think This is probably the closest to what what it was in the film. Actually, like I mentioned last time, this is the only really approved version of the costume, or the the design by the Giger Museum. So that's probably very accurate to what they had in the film. So this is really the only part where you see a different value and color, but for the most part it's mainly sort of a shiny black creature. Not much there. Can't really see any sort of area that would be a little different color, or not really. So I think this seems in line, in my opinion, to that, except that this is way more matte right now, except for the, because I've rendered this, but the rest of the body I think is looks too matte. So we probably need to do that now. It's a bit of a tricky part, because like I said, you don't want to over render. So probably keep all that on a separate layer, and then play with the opacity to determine the right amount of shine, you know. So let's create another layer. Actually, let me finish to, because there's still a few areas that I haven't really defined in terms of a basic structure. Like some areas like this all black. So probably need to clean this up a little bit, make sure everything is in there, and then we can add a bit of a specularity at the very end. Let's see. So the rib cage there is very important. Try to get it. Maybe I can go a bit, make this just a bit better. See if we can make this just a bit more interesting. There's some sort of it's actually connected in the center. But so maybe we need to go a little farther in the center. Let's see. Something like this, maybe. And at this point, it's really just trying to suggest the main features. There's no way I can get all that detail. As Giger was a fan of rendering and adding tons of detail. I think the complexity of it is also what makes it a bit more disturbing looking. It's like it's almost like a scorched man, you know, someone that has no skin, and you see all the muscles and the tendons and everything. So lots of detail, but we have to pick and choose what's very important. So rib cage is definitely one, I think. So let's try and get that first, nice and clean, and then we can move on to something else. better before. That is not too bad. And try and be consistent. What else? Let's try and find the best. So this is kind of a mess, but there's a bigger sort of shape in the crotch area, so I think this is probably okay. Maybe really, I mean, this is you know, just sort of suggesting something that looks a bit interesting, as at least something that shows some structure, but I can't really get the actual real detail. A couple of circles there, here and then on the side, but won't be able to see them there. So then there's the only issue I think is going to be this sort of stuff there. This is very iconic to me. Those sort of this layer underneath, like a tube or something. But that's it's going to be a bit weird, I think. Let's keep going with the body, and then we'll take care of the rest. Trying to be a bit methodical there. So we got this. Now there's really a sense of the arm is sort of inside this larger socket. So I think I need to convey this. So maybe this could be all a bit lighter. And then we'll feel the shadow there. And then this is kind of molded into this piece there. And that also is important. So sort of like a curved tube that outlines this shape. So let's see. Pretty gnarly design. It's really crazy. And this seems to join about the center there, the top of the rib cage. Proportions are a bit different with mine, so we'll see what we can get. there's an opportunity there to get a really nice nice shape there. So let's try and get it. I'm gonna need one more value in between those two. Let's try. So this tube there would create a shadow there. This is kind of a hollow a little bit. So there's your. I have to try and convey that this spot is this spot is recessed there, here. So I probably need some kind of shadow like this. Don't quite like that how it's rounded. I need to make this a bit better. Let me get rid of that for now. I want to focus on this. It's worth spending just a bit of time on this spot because it's already a big feature. There's that I need to make sure that I keep. There's a second one, but not sure I can really convey this. Maybe something like that. And again, it's going to be always sort of a very sort of an approximation of it. There's no way it's going to be super accurate, but as long as it's sort of there, we get the idea. I think it's fine. Then here is interesting. This is a cool feature too. A little bit of a lighter, shinier connection there with this tube there. Definitely a big part of the design. I think how to do that. I think it's gonna feel nicely this area. So then we would have to have this connection there somewhere. Can't be too big. And then that sort of cable or whatnot. Not much room there, unfortunately. It would need to be separate from that, but see if I can have it on top like that. And here for something like this, you want to Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. There's those layers, they messed me up there. I think I could go, where do you connect that jaw there, and go a little lower this thing. Somewhere there. Hmm. Hmm. Then this spot underneath is all very dark because of shadows, so it's not very clear what's going on. So I think yeah, there's a bit of we can suggest this maybe a bit, but so but there's really not that much there that I can do. I think it needs to be still pretty dark. Can't really do much there. I think it's enough. Doesn't need to cram the every pixel, you know, with something. I think here it would be interesting to suggest the those I don't know how you would call this, but let's see if this would work here. Not sure we can. And trying to feel the fact that it's rounded, we need to different values there. So I'm going to darken this area a bit. It looks a little more rounded if I do that. And then on top of that, we'll have that extra little speck pass where it's going to be for all the really shiny part. So we'll try to make this work. So yeah, so it's getting there, I think, in this area. I mean, again, you know, it's not perfectly accurate by any means, but there's really a nice shape there that's not as rounded. There's a sort of an interesting arc. I see it does this thing, you know. Mine is more like more of a rounded, simple. So I wonder if I could try and get this sort of a more elongated. It's kind of nice. See there. It's kind of a bit annoying that I have to change this now, but Let's keep separate. I'm gonna keep this one because it's not too bad in case I mess up, you know. Never know. Let's try and see if we can go more in the back and try to get capture this thing a bit better. So we'd go maybe more towards the back. No guarantee this is gonna work, but let's try. I'm always for trying things if I can. And I think now if I do this, maybe I can have that wire there. Not sure. Let's see. Let's make one value for now. Maybe trying to suggest this. Not too sure about that. Looks empty there. Something that's not working. Maybe we need more of a to fill that area a bit. I'm not sure this is a good call. It's getting a bit weird. Kind of too complicated. I think there's still something that I'm not sure. I mean, to be fair, there is quite a bit of an. I mean, this is probably, it's hard to tell because I can't see. This hides whatever is behind, but I suspect like it's just a simple neck like this, more or less. You know, this would be. I don't think there's more. Let's see. Yeah, this is it. Like this. So I mean, this is probably a better shape though. I don't know what you think, but I think this is better than that. Feels like it's not perfect, but I think it's closer to what they have there. And here too, it doesn't seem quite right. Let's keep trying a bit there. Because I feel like there's this S almost, you know, kind of goes round and then kind of arcs back a little bit there. But this is like super finicky. I don't really have the luxury of having all that stuff because there's not many pixels there to do that. But I think I may be able to do this a bit better. And like I said, you know, I'm trying, and if it doesn't work, then we can always fall back onto what we had before. Oh, sorry. See, I think this seems a bit better to me. And maybe one thing that I could do is, let's see, just move the head just a bit down, so there's be less negative space there. So Control X, and then this cuts whatever you have selected. See, Control X or Command X on the Mac, and then Shift Control V or Shift Command V pastes back into the exact same space. But in my version, I can't do it because it's an old version of Photoshop. But if you had a new version, you can do that, and it will paste exactly in place. So for me, what I do is that I select everything what I need, and then Command J or Control J will copy in the same place, exact same what I've selected on top on a different layer. But I still have the head in the other one. So then I need to select the head, and then from there and kill it in this one. And now I have the head separate. See? So now I can just move the head a bit. I think maybe down a bit. Yeah, I think this is better. And also it makes him a little more aggressive, kind of a bit more prone. And this solves this area that has too much empty space, I think. So I think this is a bit better. However, there's a pixel too much there. I think I could probably do one there. Yeah, there. Now I have to move all those layers are on top so that they're also aligned now. So, oh, wait a minute. Oh, this head, okay. One pixel down, one down, and one down. There. So I think this is a bit better now compared to this body. Yeah, see there's a more angle there in this spot. Feels better to me. Let's commit to this now. So we have the body there, the head. I'm gonna flip him just to make sure. Always a good idea to try. Yeah, I think that's all right. Let's take a moment to soak it in, make sure. Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably keep this now. So now we have that. here. One more. See if we can suggest a connection. That. Okay. Now, what else? So yeah, all that. This would be our this sort of wire, but at this point, very hard to get this. I'm not sure I can actually without messing up the shape of the head, because it would need to have this sort of a curve there. But I really don't have enough space, I think, to make this work. Let's see. I mean, maybe we can do that actually. It's not too bad. It's kind of interesting. Maybe that is not too bad. Might be all right. Thinking a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this actually. Okay, and now let's see if there's any way to get to suggest there's this too that I would really like to get, but because that's a big part of it, but I'm not sure I can do that. Let's see. I would need to have more room there. We'll try. And this would be and then maybe this could do it. Maybe that does it. So more or less. Oh, that's there. Wonder. I think maybe I could do that. Same here. I'd like to suggest so let's see what kind of value. Not too bright. This is too bright. Oh, we're gonna go. Oh, sorry. Say in between. Yeah, it's just a suggestion. Need to go that high. Let's see. That's enough. And here we'll do the same. 1, 2, like that. It's getting quite complicated, but as long as it still reads fairly clean, as long as we can still read this and that in the arm, and that's fine, I think. Go in between there. Okay. Okay, so now I think we can move on to arm. So the same kind of tricky thing there. Let me copy this again in case I mess up. Okay, so so we want that if we can. So then I would need this one is getting very tricky there. This is all connected in one part, so I need to do this. If to see if we can suggest some kind of lines too. Trying to get as complex as I can make it, because I think the design is complex and it's really part of what makes it it's a big part of design, the fact that it's it's fairly complex. I think it's too much highlight. But at the same time, I don't want to go to a point where it's becoming a mess. So it's trying to get as complex as possible without ruining everything and making it very hard to even understand. I feel like this is interesting. It's probably as far as I'm gonna go in terms of detail in that area, because we're very close to becoming just simply too complicated. Here I'm not even sure that I want to give this there. This is good to go a little lighter there to separate that from separate arm from the tail. So something like this, and then just a bit too wide in the wrist. Okay, I want to make sure that the hands and the fingers feel very long. That's it's okay, I think. And then this arm, I'm gonna suggest the fact that it's more in shadow, so I don't think we need to put much detail there. I'm gonna have just a slight lighter area, and that's it. See if we could get this hand a little more interesting, a little less of a flat let's see. Oof, no. I think just 1 pixel was a bit better. I have a weird angle, but maybe we can, in that case, just a bit of anti-aliasing there. Okay, getting close. So I think I'm about done for the whole upper. Oh wait, I didn't look at this. Yeah, this is not quite right. I think you can see how those things they get they're thicker at the base than at the end. I don't think we feel it there. so much, so I need to convey this a bit better. Actually go up like this, and then, so that's not accurate. I need to go more of an S curve, like that. Whoop. Same thing here. I think we would see less of it probably. Yeah. And then there's this this weird spike that for some reason I never remembered. Like I clearly remember this. This four sort of they look like exhaust pipes. But this, yeah, I don't remember. I mean, in the film, it's so dark for the most part, and it's kind of hard to see much. So, so let's see. 3/4 kind of connects around there. Don't want it to be too prominent. It's probably enough. This could be a bit bigger. Oh, no. No. Seems like this one could be a little lower too. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, seems better. Okay. We'll just go with a bit of a lighter top. You can barely see this anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. A little dark. Oop. That's it. It's a bit of a shame that here it's getting a bit mixed up with the arm. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate there. Whoever should. Yeah, maybe that seems a bit clear. Maybe the arm, something like that. Okay. Getting there. So I think I'm all good for everything except final stretch on the legs. So let's do that. So there's the main feature is this. See if we can render something like this. I think I need to go kind of a darker. I don't want it to be too, you know, too crazy. This is too much high contrast. See a bit lower contrast. It's gonna be a case where it's too wide or too or not centered, or problems. I think now. I think we would see less of it because this is really just the top, you know. So it needs to be really foreshortened quite a bit, like more like this. Maybe that. Maybe that's okay. Now the feet are. The feet. It's all very sinewy. See if we can suggest that. Maybe some lines. But here anyway. So dark, so small. Doesn't matter much. So now that would be that. So I don't mind this line. I think it's interesting. Little detail there. Go even a bit lighter. I think that's fine. And can I do the same here? Maybe I have to fill this up then. Let's see. Try and find an elegant curve there that helps with the thigh. That's kind of cool, I think. Maybe fix this a bit. Still not quite right. know, kind of like what I had before. I think this was more interesting. Maybe a little less. I kind of like this. What's going on here? Looks a little more organic and interesting. Maybe not perfectly accurate, but I think I can take some license there. It's kind of interesting. Okay, well, at this point, this is pretty much it. I think now the question is how shiny everything needs to be, where to put the little bit of highlights, and suggest something a little less matte. So I think this spot's all right. Now it's gonna be we'll keep body. So before, that's where we were at a certain point. It's getting it's got better, I think, improved. Flip. Just taking a minute there before we do the final little seems about right to me. I wonder just a bit here. I think I'm missing one pixel there. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's better. Oh. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to finally add one last layer, and then do the little highlights here and there. So I think so the areas where usually that are at the top of a curve, you know, that's where you want to put the highlight. So imagine, for instance, this from the side, you know, it's that. So this is where you want to put your highlight. So here, somewhere around there. I'll use white for now. Put it in screen mode, and then I'll just play with the opacity at the end. So same thing here, the top, where it's this is where we get the most light. Here we can have couple in the center. It's tricky because there's not enough space, so we'll forget it. Here there would be something in there probably. Top. Don't want to go too crazy. It's a matter of really using a bit of sort of a common sense, you know, trying to put it there where it matters, but not overdo it too much. Okay, so now you see the difference, how this looks very matte, but as soon as we put a little highlights here and there, it's getting more of this shiny black. And now I can play the opacity there. I think we'll go a little less, maybe 50%. So now really I can just that allows me to go try various levels of shininess, you see. So I'm trying to get somewhere in line with this. I think around there, it's not too bad. This is getting too much. Maybe that. Okay, now let's see how much we want to reveal of that. I think as our layer there, add a layer, or I could mask the entire head, and the goal is to decide how much I want to reveal of that skull. And I think I can go pretty light actually. It's an interesting it really puts the emphasis on the head. The darker it is, the less you look at the head, and the less contrast there is in the eye sockets, and this is where I think we want to look. So I think somewhere even there might be good. Then the highlight, reflection, and that's I think that's seems like a good seems like a pretty good also this is a bit warmer. I did on purpose. I had if you look at that color, it's not see, it's not completely desat. This is like close to no no saturation. There's a bit of green, but for the most part it's very close to, this is no saturation, this is full saturation. And but you see here I shifted to more of a yellow, and then there's a bit more saturation to suggest a kind of a bone. There's a bit of a yellow in the bone. Actually, this is the actual color. Let's see. And I could go maybe even more. Let's see. I have to select all that. Not the best way of doing it, but a bit in a hurry. If you want to test what you've selected, press Q and you see the mask. So everything that doesn't have any red on it will be selected, and everything that has the red is masked out. You can even paint in the mask. So let's say I want to add all that in the section. I can go to mask and then paint in full opacity. If I paint white, it's gonna basically clear out the mask, and I can select this way. See? If I want to mask an area, I paint in black. Now I got this, I'm gonna copy it on top, so Control J. Now it's I've got all the bone separate, and I can play with it a bit, push the saturation even more. See, and maybe a bit more, just a bit more green or yellow, less red. Okay, and then I'm gonna try to go a bit lighter as well, a bit more contrast. Push the saturation quite a bit, because then I have my black layer on top. It's gonna kill quite a bit of that saturation anyway. That seems okay. We don't want to put too it's not bad. I don't know what you guys think. I think it's all right now. Seems about right. I wonder now if you want to try and get, because I get the little shiny nails, but I wonder, we don't really feel it in the mouth, and even though it's very iconic, the chrome fangs, you know. I don't know how much I can get this, so I don't want to put too much emphasis there on the. So let's name things a bit more now. I can commit to the bones, so I've got the body, tail. I'll keep the tail separate just in case. Oh, I've got a few pixels there. Oh, actually, that's the. No. What is this? Hold on. Oh, yeah, okay. I messed it up there, so I'm just gonna make sure it's part of the tail. Okay, tail, clean, body. And I keep the tail separate just in case I would like to, because I don't want to mess it up with the arm there, get all mixed up. Body, and then there's going to be all this speck. Alrighty. And then this will be dark head, whatever. Highlight, and then reflection, which I mean, a highlight is a reflection. It's the same thing, but I just named them a bit different. So okay, so I'm almost done, I think. So this is where we were when we started this evening. So there, final, more of a final rendering. Definitely got more complex, but as long as we haven't lost any of you know, the attitude, and because sometimes it's getting too, like I said, it's a danger to have a lot of rendering, because then you start getting more complicated, and you lose the clean read. I think it's all right. This guy needs to read a bit complex, because that's really what it is. It's a big part of it. I think there was a bit too simple. It seems to be better. Also, I like better the proportions and everything. So I mean, I think I'm about done. I wonder if the spec is still a bit much, maybe. Be a little less. Do I forget something? I wonder. There's so much detail, so much things in this design that it's easy to forget something. This one's really nice. I really like this statue. I think it's beautiful. It's a really nice pose. Very it's different. It's nice. Nice arc in the back, and it's very nice. Even though they changed the proportions and the legs are incredibly long, but it's kind of a little twist on the original design that I really like. This was nice too, but that arm just really ruined it to me. Such a shame. I mean, I think I'm done. I think this is the xenomorph. Let's put a shadow on him, and let's unleash him. It's just a shadow of tail a bit. So he's very big. It would be bigger than real that he already is in the movie. Because if he unfolds his body there and stands up, it would be probably with the head, let's say with the top of the head like this, it would probably reach about maybe there, you know. I think so. I mean, would be, let's say, let's try and figure it out. Would be, this is some foreshortening there, so maybe that for lower part of the leg, and then let's say about that. Oh, plus body. Oh, plus the head, about plus this, plus maybe neck, somewhere in there. So yeah, I mean, it's probably about right actually, because like I said, the actor was 6'11" or 6'12", something like this. Very, very tall. So if this guy is let's say you know, 6 feet, that's probably okay. So actually I think he might be more or less close to actual scale. See him next to Ripley. Very impressive. And you remember when in Alien 3, the David Fincher one, at some point his head gets right close to her, like he's sniffing her, because he and then he spares her, the dog alien, because he knows that she's the mother. She's his mother actually. She gave him birth through a chest burster. I mean, not her, but the came through. What was it was through the dog, but then he smells that she's got a connection because she has one as well inside her, so he won't kill her because she's a sort of a mother already. And then they used they kept going with that mother theme in Alien 4, but thought brought that too far in my opinion. Let's see Alien 3. Curious to see that shot. It was very iconic image, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there you go. That's the one. It's a pretty big head. I mean, when you look at this, so it's kind of right, I think. This, look at his face, is about as high as her. That's probably right. Even though this is the dog alien, what they call the dog xenomorph, dog alien, because he came from from a dog, so he's a bit different. His design is a bit different. He's actually quite brown, this guy, more like earth tones. It's very nice too. I really like this one because he was very he was walking on all four, and he was leaner, thinner, more kind of seemed like he was faster. Than like a dog compared to a man, just a bit faster, moving a bit faster, being more agile, you know. It's interesting the different designs that they had. And the alien, how do they call that in the second one? Alien warrior or something like this, I think. Was it? Yeah, the alien warrior. That's the Cameron version. So there was this very spiky head there. There's more. Yeah, that's the main feature that I remember that was very different. I didn't like it too much, actually, personally. I think the smooth head was very nice. I've always liked the smooth head. I was a big fan of sort of a serrated head, but it was different. He wanted to make something. Actually, it's interesting because he wasn't. They did all the designs in the second film without Giger, and later on, Cameron he supposedly sent an apology, a letter to Giger, saying that he apologized for. Oh, that's the real one. Saying that he apologized for not consulting Giger for any of the designs in the second movie, because he wanted to do his own thing, and he said that he wanted to put his spin on it, and was worried that I don't know what he was worried, but he wanted just to make it the way he wanted. And I guess that's not really an apology. It's kind of weird to me to say I'm sorry that I didn't consult you, because basically I wanted to do it my way and I wasn't interested by what you had to say. It's more like what he was saying, which is kind of weird, but I don't know. I haven't read the letter, but I know it's been the idea was something like this. Maybe it was a better put in the letter. I don't know. Yeah, so another 2 hours on this guy, and then I think we're finally done. I'm very glad that I mean, it was fun to do. I really liked it, but I'm glad this big one is behind me now, because I was very concerned that it would turn out really bad, because I feel like this design is so elegant and has so much. It's very aggressive and elegant, and sometimes in Pixel things tend to look a little blocky and so I was worried that I was gonna lose that theme, but I think it's alright. Oh, actually, I was saying that I would try the teeth. Forgot. See if there's any way. It's a really nice. It's a really cool thing. Looks like he's missing the teeth, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. I'm gonna put some blue in them, make them a little more sort of a chrome. It's a bit too much saturation. They need to be very bright, but honestly, might be just very difficult to get this to render. trying. Huh. I have no idea how I can do that. Very tricky there. No. Again. I don't know. I don't know. It's not great. I have no idea there. What can I do to do that? Because I'd like to have at least the fangs, you know, but it's just not. Ugh. That's not working. Unfortunately. Looks like he's smiling. Aha. A mess. May have to give up. It's a shame. I would like to do it. Honestly, I don't know how to do this. It's not working. None of what I do works. May have to admit maybe this. He looks like he's got just two, like he's missing teeth in the middle. What can I do? Trying hard. It's one of those where it's really yeah. I'm not sure. You know, like let me put this on top of everything. Make sure. Oh, it's in screen, that's why. Why is it not doing anything? Oh, it's still on screen. Come on. What's going on? Wow. I got a weird bug there. Okay. Like, this needs to... I need to separate the, because there's this big black outline around the between the teeth and this skull is the so so tricky. No. Looks kind of silly. Don't think this works at all. I do not think this works. It looks kind of like all droopy and weird. I have to give up on the idea, unfortunately. Oh, maybe. Is it any good? Oh no, it's not very good, is it? I don't like this. Don't like this. I'm about to give up on the teeth. Very close, close to giving up now. Such a shame. Could do it, would be nice, but I don't see it happening. I really don't see it. It's just not doing it. Well, I mean, if we can, we can. I'd rather I don't know. I think I'd rather not have them than looking a bit silly. See, this could maybe a bit better too. Area that. This is a bit better. Could do that. At least we haven't. It's not all for nothing. I'm gonna do that same here. Bit more shape. Well, I think it's as good as it's gonna get. You know, tried, but I think maybe that is a suggestion or something, and that's enough. Because as soon as I go already bright, then it's just not, becomes really a bit weird. So, I think that's it. Oh. Can't really actually no, this is really nice. Oh no. Yeah, I'm not sure that I'm helping here. Maybe we need to consider this done now. You know, yeah, that's all right. I think we can have that little thing at the end. It's a little weird there. Might as well. And I think. Oh, hold on. Where if I should cleaner eye socket there. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, well, that's it. Xenomorph. I think I'm I don't want to work on this guy anymore. I'm done. I think now I'm gonna start going backwards and just ruining everything. If I keep going, I think I may just end up. Let me see one more quick thing here. Kind of like the angle there, like same here. Like this. Okay. I think that's it. We're done. Finally. Took a bit of time. 4 hours last time. It was my longest stream ever last time. More than 4 hours, and plus another more than 2 hours. 6 hours, a little over 6 hours for this guy. It's a long time actually. It's very long. You'd think that, but like I said, I'm not that fast, unfortunately. I wonder how it could take so long to make this. There's not that many pixels, but yeah, it took that much time. So yeah, I think we're going to close it now, and that's gonna be it. I'll post it tomorrow. See if I still feel okay about it tomorrow, and if yes, then I'll post that, and then you'll see it on Instagram. And then on Monday we'll go back to something else. I don't know what. Maybe I'll do an environment. Getting quite a few characters done now. It's nice. It's progress. Every time a little bit of progress. That's cool. So yeah, I think that's it now. Thank you everyone for being here and watching this. If you have suggestions or things that you think could be done better, even after I post it on Instagram, at this point it's not necessarily done. You know, I can still change stuff for the final asset in the game anyway. So we can still modify a little bit if needed. So let me know. Okay. Thank you everyone. I'll see you back on Monday now, and then wish you all a very good weekend. Have fun, and then hopefully you'll be there on Monday, 9 p.m. as usual, Pacific time. Okay. Thank you. Bye.